If you're about to grind concrete for the first time, don't worry, this guide is all you need to get started. In this video, we'll walk you through the basics of using a concrete grinder, so you can tackle your project with confidence and get that smooth, polished finish you're aiming for. Essential tools and safety gear. Before you even think about turning the grinder on, let's make sure you're geared up and ready for action. Safety first. Grab some safety goggles, sturdy gloves, ear protection, and a dust mask. This isn't just for comfort, it's to protect you from debris, loud noise, and dust. You'll also need the right grinder, a handheld or walk-behind model, depending on your job. And don't forget the diamond grinding discs. You'll want to start with coarse grit and work your way to finer ones. Lastly, a vacuum will help keep things tidy by collecting all that dust. Gear up, and you're halfway there. Preparing the workspace. Setting up your workspace is just as important as the actual grinding process. Start by clearing the area of any clutter, furniture, or obstacles that could trip you up while you work. If you're indoors, get some fans or dust extraction systems in place to control all that dust. Trust me, you don't want a dust storm in your house. Also, protect any nearby furniture or items with plastic sheets. A clean, organized workspace means fewer distractions, more focus, and a smoother grinding session. So, take a few minutes to get everything ready, and you'll thank yourself later. Choosing the right grinder and disc. Picking the right grinder and disc for the job is key to making your work easier. If you're dealing with a large area, a walk-behind grinder is your best friend. It'll cover more ground and save you time. For smaller or tighter spots, a handheld grinder will do the trick. As for the discs, start with a coarse grit diamond disc to get rid of rough patches, then move on to finer grits for a smoother finish. If you're working on an old concrete surface, those rough spots can be tough to handle, but a coarse disc will make short work of them. By choosing the right tools and discs for the job, you'll save time and effort, and your concrete will look great. Operating the concrete grinder. Now, let's dive into the operation. Start the grinder on a low speed, especially if it's your first time, and get comfortable with it before cranking up the power. For that smooth, even finish, use a steady side-to-side motion, making sure each pass slightly overlaps the last. This overlap will help prevent any uneven spots or lines. One important tip: don't linger in one spot too long. You don't want to end up with dips or grooves in your concrete. Keep the grinder level throughout. If you notice that it's vibrating too much or skipping, it could be a sign you're applying too much pressure, or that the disc isn't properly secured. Let the grinder do the hard work. No need to force it. For walk-behind grinders, move slowly but steadily, and for handheld grinders, make sure you're applying even pressure. Watch out for excess dust. If the grinder is kicking up a lot, check if your disc is wearing out or if the area needs more prep. Be patient and thorough, covering one section at a time. Dealing with common issues. As a first-timer, you might run into a few hiccups along the way, and that's okay. One common issue is uneven grinding. This happens when the pressure isn't even across the surface, so just make sure you're applying a steady, consistent force. If your grinder stalls or stops, double-check the power supply. Make sure there's no tripped breaker or loose cord. Also, check that the grinding disc is secure and not too worn out. Overheating can also be an issue, especially with walk-behind grinders. If it's running hot, give it a break, let it cool down, and make sure it's well ventilated. Regular maintenance, like checking your discs and power supply, can help avoid most of these problems. Cleaning and maintenance. Once you're done grinding, it's time to clean up. Start by vacuuming the dust from the floor and surrounding area. No one wants that mess lingering around. Wipe down your grinder to remove any remaining dust and ensure it's ready for the next time you use it. Check your grinding disc for wear and replace it if necessary to avoid uneven results next time. Keeping your grinder clean and well-maintained will not only help it last longer, but also keep your future projects running smoothly. Finishing touches. If you want your concrete surface to look even better, consider adding a finishing touch with a sealant. A good quality sealer will protect your work from stains, wear, and tear, making it more durable in the long run. If you're polishing an indoor floor, a sealer can really enhance the appearance too. Before applying, make sure to vacuum up any remaining dust. A clean surface means better adhesion and a longer-lasting finish. With that final coat of sealer, you're all set for a stunning, polished concrete surface. Grabbing a concrete grinder for the first time can seem intimidating, but with the right prep and technique, you'll be surprised at how easy it is. Take your time, follow these steps, and enjoy your flawless finish. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions. Happy grinding!